Thursday night on CSN Plus, the Cubs will go under the lights at Wrigley Field against the division rival Cincinnati Reds. Coverage starts at 6:30 on CSN Plus. Reds a 5-1 winner over the Pirates. So Pittsburgh suffering its first loss of the year. Pirates and Reds are 4-1. The Cubs are trying to improve to 4-1. Cardinals are up 7-2 in Atlanta in the 6th. They don't want to fall 4 games off the lead. Actually, 3 games back. The Cardinals, they're 1-3.
Yeah, that's the conversation that's going to pop up in some of these towns where teams get off to slow starts, and the players will all say, well, it's not time to panic yet. That's kind of what you say. And then by the time you say, yeah, it is time to panic, it's too late. Because it's not time to panic.
Well, you never hear it's time to panic,
yeah,
right?
Because you're done. But by the time you realize it, you have no chance.
Listen to a manager in his pregame session with media. By the way, I just want to announce it is time to panic. Leadoff single, Chris Owings.
Second hit of the ball game here for the Diamondbacks. A leadoff knock in the 3rd. Chip Hale had Zach Greinke bunting along, and then Kyle Hendricks got the next 2 men out. Obviously, they're not going to be bunting here because here comes the big slugger Paul Goldschmidt. Chris Owings really busting it down the first baseline. That's the thinking. It should always be the thinking, but certainly in a big ballpark like this where outfielders have to travel far to run down base hits.
High for ball 1.
Saw Goldschmidt try it and get caught last night. And we saw Chris Bryant turn a single into a double here this evening.
Runner back. There are 2 teams without a win. The Phillies are 0-4, but they have a 1-0 lead late in New York. They're in the 8th inning. The Twins are 0-4, and they're not doing so well. Down 7-0 in the 7th in Kansas City. So if anybody wants to panic there, runner goes, and he's safe. Owings is in with a stolen base. Meantime, 3-0 on Goldschmidt.
Well, the Diamondbacks obviously like the math. They like the release times on Hendricks, and they feel like they can run on Montero because the game situation didn't really save run. Down 4 with Goldschmidt hitting. Owings must have been very confident that he could get that bag. Phillies are never going to panic this year because they have no expectation of being good.
Good point. They're in a rebuild. The 3-1 is hit into the right field corner. Hayward is over, and no play.
Strategy for the Cubs against Goldschmidt is just to stay away. A lot of stuff off the plate, sliders away. He does hit the ball very well to right center. You make a mistake on the inner half and can hit it a long way. He'll also take that pitch moving in on him and drive it the other way.
Diving stab, Addison Russell.
Kid can flat out play the position. You know, we were over in Anaheim talking about Anderson Simmons, who's one of the best in the business. Same thing with Nick Ahmed here in Arizona, and maybe not giving Addison Russell his due because he too is among the elite defensive shortstops in the game. We saw it time and time again last year. This kid making tremendous plays in both directions. Hang with him.
Came up as a second baseman, but a natural shortstop as Peralta rounds out to Zobrist. So, man, in a matter of 2 pitches, Kyle Hendricks went from possible major jam with no outs to a runner at third and 2 outs.
Catcher,
Still not out of the woods. Well, these become huge sequences, don't they, for a pitcher who is fighting and clawing, and all of a sudden he gets the second out of an inning.
Yeah, you know, most pitchers in most starts are faced with 1, possibly 2 crisis points, even in a good start. And will kind of tell the story of your game. And, you know, most guys nowadays, you get through 6 into the 7th, you know they're going to go to the bullpen. So you have to face that middle of the order the second and third time. And a lot of times that's the story. Get through 3, 4, 5 unscathed the second time around, and you know the bullpen's ready to bail you out the next time you get in trouble, if there is a next time. Almost felt like if you could get through the first 3 innings scoreless, you were in great shape, because, you know, next time through the meat of the order, even if you give up a run or 2, you've given your club a chance to put some runs on the board.
And Castillo draws the walk. First and third, and that'll bring up Tomas.
Now batting, left fielder, Tomas.
These 2 teams will meet up for a 3-game set at Wrigley Field June 3rd through the 5th. This is a 4-game series that'll end tomorrow.
Manny Tomas resembles Marlon Byrd a little bit to me. We've been seeing a lot of sliders away in this series. Hendricks doesn't really throw a slider, he throws a cutter. He'll throw an occasional curveball, and he'll make his changeup run away from a right-handed hitter.
1-1. Kyle had a good spring. His spot in the rotation never in doubt. He was not given a guarantee going into spring training, but Joe said as an incumbent he had an advantage, as did Jason Hamill. And Cubs went into spring training and came out of it with the same 5 starters that were on that depth chart. 1-2. And it gets by Montero, and the Diamondbacks get on the board. Owings scores, Castillo to second. It's a wild pitch on Hendricks.
A bit of a cheap run there for the Diamondbacks. Searching for that change-up grip. Like one Miggy should have been able to block.
Called strike 3, and that will end the inning. It's now 4-1 Cubs after 4.
T-Mobile hit it out of the park in 2015. We doubled our LTE coverage, and now we cover over 305 million Americans. Our new extended range LTE goes 2 times farther and works 4 times better in buildings than before. Just in time for baseball season, T-Mobile customers can catch every moment all season long with a free MLB TV premium subscription. Hurry and sign up by April 10th at T-Mobile.com/MLB.
Why choose Feeney? The answer is simple. We're a family-owned 5-star certified dealership, and our #1 priority is customer satisfaction. Our experienced sales staff will assist you with every step of your new car purchase. And we have an excellent service department, including a full-service body shop for all your repair needs. Save this month with available 0% financing during the spring clearance event. See why more people are saying, I found it at Feeney. Find it at Feeney. FeeneyAutos.com.
We try to stay directly within the Fields Auto Group. Fields has a wonderful reputation.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields of the Fields Auto Group. We simply treat people the way we want to be treated.
They're as invested in me as a person as I am in them, and that makes a huge difference. It makes me come back.
It includes our free loaners, free car washes, and cafes. It's all part of the Fields Matters program.
I felt confident in buying because of the service and the fact that this dealership would stand behind it.
Fields matters because you matter.
This week only, T-Mobile customers can get a free season-long subscription to MLB.TV Premium. Go to T-Mobile.com/MLB to sign up now and catch every moment on America's fastest-growing LTE network. Cubs 4, Diamondbacks 1 as we start the 5th inning from Chase Field. Montero will start it. Sac fly in the first, a double in the third. Well, Trevor Story has not homered tonight. I know that because the Rockies haven't scored yet. Down 7-0 in the fourth against the Padres. Story with 2 homers yesterday. First player ever to homer in his first 4 games. Bounce to Goldschmidt, got a big bounce at the end, and Greinke covering for the out. Former Cub Chris Coghlan had a game-ending home run last night, or game-winning, I should say, in the top of the 9th for the A's in Seattle.
Left fielder Jorge Soler.
A lot of chatter around the clubhouse earlier today about the way the Astros Brewers game ended last night on the new sliding rule. So that's 2 this week. Games have ended on that new rule.
Yeah, players are going to have to learn that they're just going to have to play like you do in Little League or high school. Just slide into the base.
Swing and a miss by Soler. Colby Rasmus called for interference. It didn't look like the middle infielder was going to try to turn 2, and it didn't look like he was in harm's way. Looked like a pretty innocent slide.
Yeah, he slid by the base. He slid kind of outside the bag and then went past the base. In letter of the law, letter of the rule, that is not considered a bona fide attempt to slide to the base. Therefore, he was called out and ruled a double play. Game over.
Rasmus has homered twice for the Astros tonight. They lead 6-4 in the 7th at Miller Park.
Sounds like he came to the yard with a little chip on his shoulder.
Maybe. Not the Diamondbacks manager. 1-2.
No, that would be Chip's. That would be his conscience. Would be having a little chip on his shoulder. There's Chip, former infielder.
And he struck him out swinging. That is number 7 for Greinke.
Yeah, pretty good action on this pitch. There's that changeup.
Russell 0 for 2.
And I've heard some managers and other people say there needs to be a clarification in the rules on that sliding at second base, what they call the Utley rule. I don't think there needs to be a clarification, but I think maybe some tweaks.
A common sense addendum. Well, as was the case with the collision rule at home plate, look out. Addison let the bat fly, which has happened on more than one occasion. Hopefully everybody's all right.
And his release point is pretty consistent because that's where it ends up a lot. Above that third base dugout. I think that one got a little bit in the face, but guys like to use a loose grip so they can generate bat head speed and really throw the barrel of the bat. In Addison's case, literally does throw it from time to time.
So the collision rule, it felt like it was overly officious at first, where there was a play where the catcher was in front of the plate and the runner was 30 feet away and they called him safe, but eventually kind of common sense crept in. So I think a lot of times with these new rules, the umpires are going to call it by the letter of the law, and then I would like to think that they will loosen it up as we go, because the thing I always use is Game 7 of the World Series. You would never want it to end on the play we saw last night.
Yeah, and you know, in defense of the umpires, they've been told, here's the new rule. Go ahead and call it.
Up the middle, but not hit very hard, and Segura will make the play. Yeah, the umpire's job's to call it the way it's written. 4-1 Cubs halfway home.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
Double up on great brands at Bass Pro Shops. Like select Under Armour shirts and shorts starting at under $25. Save 20% on a Bass Pro aluminum fish fryer. And save $40 on Merrill men's trail wick hikers.
Come on. Don't drop your phone. Drop your network. Bring your phone to Cricket Wireless. We have more 4G LTE coverage nationwide than T-Mobile or Sprint. Cricket Wireless. Something to smile about.
Hi, how can I help you?
Hi, we're on the adventure of a lifetime, and we need something that can keep up.
Well, the RAV4 is tech-savvy, has an NHTSA 5-star overall safety rating, and plenty of cargo space for your gear so you'll be ready for anything. Now, what kind of adventure are we talking about?
You're looking at him.
Aw, double trouble.
Right now, get 0% APR for 60 months on the all-new 2016 RAV4. Hurry in today. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan with a Coors Light Cold Hard Facts Sportsnet Central update. Corey Crawford returned tonight. Patrick Kane and Artemi Panarin each lit the lamp twice. But the Hawks just fell to the Blue Jackets 5-4 in overtime to end the regular season. Plus, Bulls will keep their slim playoff hopes alive against the Cavs. We'll have the highlights, the post-game reaction tonight on Sportsnet Central after Cubs post-game live with Holly. Now back to the ballpark. You guys better be ready for some cold weather. Enjoy AZ. Here's Len and Jim.
All right, Cap, thank you. As the Diamondbacks will bat here in the bottom of the 5th, we have our Cubs insider Patrick Mooney with us. And make sure you follow Patrick all season long on Comcast Sportsnet. Broken bat pop-up by Drury, and it'll get out of play. Patrick's brought to you by Nationwide agent Jeff Vukovich. Visit Jeff at jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. You spoke with Kyle Schwarber today. How are his spirits?
I think surprisingly well. I mean, obviously this is a devastating injury, but you know, he vows to come back, you know, bigger, faster, stronger. That he's going to look at it as, you know, a year he didn't plan for, but to try and, you know, come back and be the same player that he was, so electrifying, so dynamic when he came up as a rookie last year.
Also, Dexter Fowler today said neither guy called for the ball, correct?
He compared it to basically a car crash, that you call it if you think you can get it. A split-second decision. It was kind of perfect storm where the ball was hit. Dexter saw him out of the corner of his eye kind of at the last possible moment. And at that point, there's nothing they could do. They're playing the game the right way, and things like that are going to happen.
Fowler in center, and his hip was a little sore after that collision, which you would expect. And he was fortunate to not miss any time.
Pitcher, Zach Greinke.
So one away, and here's the pitcher, Greinke. Kyle Hendricks has been very good early on tonight.
What are you working on now, Patrick? What's the latest breaking story you're going to come with?
Just finished the Schwarber update. I was glad to, I think for him to just get it out of the way, to kind of say his peace of mind, kind of process it, and then they don't know when the surgery is going to be or where exactly he's going to rehab, but I think for him it's probably best to just kind of get that out of the way instead of being kind of stormed at Wrigley. I know it's a bigger clubhouse now, but he doesn't want to be a distraction. He wants to be a part of the team. And we'll see what happens.
Russell gets Greinke. We were just talking about replay review and the new sliding rule, and someone tweeted, they did go to New York. I think the original call was last night interference. They did check the replay. Now there are umpires who rotate through New York, so they're kind of involved on both ends of it. The Cubs have not yet been involved in any sort of controversial replay, but it's probably just a matter of time.
Well, if you guys noticed in the dugout, they have their Cub way do's and don'ts for the slide rule, two simple reminders before they go out onto the field.
Just slide to the bag, right? That's the key. And it is funny, we spend a lot of time talking about the minutia and the nuances of all these things. What I gather, Joe's mantra basically with the players, JD, is just play the game, right?
Yeah,
for the most part.
Yeah, I think so. But I think as these incidents happen, there will be more reminders to guys. All right, let's be sure.
Yep. Little leaping grab by Zobrist as he robs Nick Ahmed. Patrick, always a pleasure. Thanks for dropping by. Our Cubs Insider. It is 4-1 Cubs.
The new 2016 Mitsubishi Outlander has been completely redesigned with over 100 improvements. In fact, we changed so much that one spokesperson couldn't do it justice.
The Outlander's had some very impressive work done.
The front wiper de-icer melted.
The interior is exquisitely appointed.
Quieter cabin.
The dramatically transformed 2016 Mitsubishi Outlander, the most advanced CUV we've ever made.
Come in now and get 0% APR for 72 months.
You both have a perfect driving record.
Until one of you clips a food truck.
Then your rates go through the roof. Perfect.
For drivers with accident forgiveness, Liberty Mutual won't raise your rates due to your first accident. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
You do know the experts at Midas will tell you what needs fixing now and what can wait, right? Like, I don't know, brakes?
Of course I do.
Trust the Midas Touch for brakes, tires, oil, everything.
I solemnly swear that my KFC $20 fill-up will fill your family of 4 up with 8 pieces of delicious original recipe chicken and sides. It's a meal that's freshly prepared every day. Court adjourned. Colonel quality guaranteed.
Chicago, your favorite trivia show is back for an all-new season. Join us for our first taping of Beer Money this Tuesday at Pinheads in Yorkville at 5:30 p.m. Test your sports trivia knowledge and you could win big. Beer Money, presented by Coors Light.
Cubs with a 4-1 lead. Kyle Hendricks is on the better of it so far as he will bat against Zach Greinke. Bounce to the third baseman Drury. Easy play.
Cub fans, let's go. Don't miss your chance to catch the best matchups in baseball. Join the season ticket holder waiting list. It's easy. And it's free to register. For details, visit Cubs.com/waiting list.
Andrew Chafin. Southpaw is up. There's Fowler with 1 out. It's a strike. You see Brandon Belt got an extension.
5 years.
Yep. Almost $73 million. And that deal will kick in next year. Right field corner. Foul.
Not by much, but definitely foul.
A 1-2. We'll try it again. Fouled back. Just as we went off the air last night, we were talking about the Ross Stripling no-hitter, and he was taken out during the no-hitter. The Giants tied it on a home run off Chris Hatcher, and Brandon Crawford would later win it with a home run in the 10th. Dodgers a 3-2 winner today. Swing and a miss. He got him. Well, strike 3. But Madison Bumgarner homered again off Clayton Kershaw.
He's done that a couple times, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Right fielder Jason Hayward.
Yeah, the Stripling decision last night to pull him by Dave Roberts, with a lot of consternation around the game. But the kid's father said, "I'm glad they did it." He was coming off Tommy John surgery. What did he get? 7 1/3?
Yeah, believe so. Yep.
So he probably would have, probably another 25 to 30 pitches to get through it, possibly. Then you're up there around 130 pitches. And a lot of pitches made under duress when you're fatigued. And Stripling said as much after the game, that he was tired.
That is a fair ball. Goldschmidt will handle it. 7 straight retired by Greinke, but he's trailing this ball game 4-1.
Great things start in garages. Like the start of your perfect Honda collection with great deals during the Honda Dream Garage sales event.
Including the all-new Honda Civic. The best-selling car in its class now has a redesigned exterior.
Nice wheels. Care to upgrade?
Whoa, hey, yes, I do. Whoa. Hurry in. You've got a garage to fill. The Honda Dream Garage sales event has great deals on the all-new Civic. Now at your Honda dealer.
Every night, get ready for the most dynamic show in Chicago. Your city, your teams, your show. This is Sportsnet Central tonight after Postgame Live, presented by GMC.
4x for scenic routes that only you find scenic. For the great outdoors and the great indoors. For knowing boundaries are there to be crossed.
4x4 today, tomorrow, we'll never say
Jeep Cherokee. It's how we live 4x forever. During 1 week to deal, get 0% financing for 75 months or these cash allowances on 2016 Jeep Cherokee models.
This is Anthony Rizzo, all-star first baseman for the Chicago Cubs. When he's not playing baseball, he's reading about baseball.
God, he's so good.
When he's not reading about baseball, he's listening to baseball.
Those guys with their kick.
When he's not listening to baseball,
What's up, boys?
he's watching live baseball.
Jonesy. Ooh, that's deep. Ooh.
And when he's not watching live baseball, he's playing baseball. MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball.
Tomorrow on Sportsnet Central, CSN's Chuck Garfien goes one-on-one with 2016 Hall of Fame inductee Jerry Reinsdorf, from his Basketball Hall of Fame nod to Jerry Krause's impact, Michael Jordan, and more. It's all on Sportsnet Central, presented by GMC. Tomorrow night at 10 right here on Comcast Sportsnet. One strike on Gene Segura.
Rare curveball there from Hendricks. He's been throwing a lot of cutters tonight. Segura last time up, Kyle got ahead of him in the count, then made a little bit of a mistake with a fastball out over the plate. He hit it a long way to right for an out.
Rizzo will get to the bag in plenty of time. Segura's 0 for 3.
Center fielder, Chris Owings.
Two guys I mentioned haven't been used yet in the Cubs bullpen are getting loose. Clayton Richard and Adam Warren. Neil Ramirez has also not appeared in a game yet. Talking with Chris Bosio before the game, he said, with all due respect to those guys, it's actually good, right? That starters have been good.
Right.
Giving guys rest. That save those bullets for later. You don't want to overuse your bullpen here in April. That's for sure. John Lackey struggled the other night, but the Cubs gave him 14 runs in support. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Yeah, and I think Joe Madden, he envisions certain scenarios as he goes into a game. It's not scripted, but he knows he likes certain matchups. He wants certain guys, depending on the inning and the base out situation. And obviously he has a lot of confidence in Grimm, being that 6th, 7th inning guy before Strop and Rondon. And then it gets to be a question of, when you're winning a lot of games, you lean heavily on those guys. Sooner or later, you got to give them a day off.
I think we would have seen Warren had the game gone to extra innings last night. Oh, 2 on Goldschmidt.
Goldschmidt, one of those guys you couldn't fault a pitcher for attacking him. 0-2. Kind of like Rizzo, some of these dangerous hitters that when you get the jump on them, maybe you're better off, attacking them, no balls, 2 strikes, as opposed to starting to try to get them to chase. Yeah, they will from time to time, but more times than not, they'll lay off that pitch and start to work the count back in their favor.
Nubbed back to the pitcher. Kyle Hendricks has retired 7 straight and leads by 3 after 6.
We are the Coors Brewing Company, and our mountain is brewing the world's most refreshing beer. A beer proud enough to wear our name in big, red, scripted letters. That's why we lager, filter, and package cold. Because we believe every climb deserves a refreshing finish. Whatever your mountain, climb on.
Something doesn't feel right.
Green lights across the board. What's going on up there?
No backup system, Houston. I'm flying solo here.
Does he have it?
I'm on it. Re-entry in 3, 2, 1.
Thanks for the care package, Houston. Dinner's on me. Just another day in the rocket biz. Oh, fudge nuggets.
We built this thingy. We built this thingy on tech that's old. We built this thingy. But we built.
Yeah, Xfinity built this newer thingy that lets me search with my voice.
We're good. Don't fall for DirecTV. Find shows faster with the X1 voice remote, only from Xfinity. Sign up today or get started with this great offer. Call or go online today.
Chicago, a place where no two neighborhoods, streets, individuals are the same. A city united by winter and divided by summer. But for a brief moment, 5 of Chicago's giants all share the stage. April, a month when new seasons blossom and roads to championships are paved. Beginning or end, the goal remains the same: to create history. What an April.
Here is your game summary. Game 3 of this set, with another one to go tomorrow. Cubs put up 3 in the first inning. Kyle Hendricks, 6 innings so far, 1 run on just 2 hits, both singles. Zach Greinke is done for the night. His season ERA through 2 starts is almost 10.
Okay, Cubs got the jump on Greinke in the first inning. Posted that 3 spot. Hendricks went to work. And now try to build on this 4-1 lead. Lefty Andrew Chafin in for the D-backs. We saw him in game 1 of the series. He was the pitcher of the game for the Diamondbacks in that one. He's the only guy who didn't give up a run.
Ben Zobrist trying to sneak attack and bunts it foul.
And you see his line from Thursday night's ball game.
Greinke was a lot better after that first inning. Another attempt and a good one. And Zobrist is safe. Infield hit. 4 plate appearances, 4 reaches, 3 hits and a walk.
First baseman Anthony Rizzo.
And a base hit to right, walk, double, and now bunt single.
I didn't notice how shallow Drury was. Did he assume after the first attempt, well, he won't do it now? And did Zobrist do it for that reason?
Yeah, he clearly didn't take it away from him, or he wouldn't have tried it again.
It's a smart play. You rarely see a guy try that twice like that and have it work. Zobrist has been on base 8 times already this weekend.
Mostly fastballs and sliders from Chafin. Last year he got a lot of outs on the ground.
Well, we don't have a dog in the fight, when it comes to Zach Greinke, but when it comes to narratives and the like, I don't think Diamondback fans are going to want to hear that he felt better the last 3 or 4 innings, even though he clearly was better later. And I think you and I both agree he's going to be really good this year. He just hasn't been good this week.
Right. And they're going to want 7 innings of shutout ball every time he trots out there. He's going to give it to him a lot of times, but not all the time.
Goldschmidt, and they're going to get Zobrist caught in a rundown. They've got to tag him, and they do for the double play. And that'll go 3-6.
Third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Goldschmidt just a step and a half maybe off the base, so a pretty easy play for him just to pivot, tag the bag, and then make that throw over to Ahmed.
So 2 outs, nobody on, and now Bryant. Into the corner, fair ball. And he's got his second double of the night.
It's interesting when you think back on Chris's at-bats in this series. It's been one of 2 things, either a line drive down towards the left field corner or those towering fly balls to straightaway center field. Got about 1,200 feet worth of fly balls to center, just missing hitting those balls out of the ballpark. Really good swings in the ball game last night. 2 doubles and a deep drive, along with a strikeout and 4 trips to the plate tonight.
Pitch to Montero is in the dirt. Fouled back. Montero had some good years here in Arizona. Second season as a Cub. It's Matt Bushman still looking to make his major league debut. In on the hands and a pop-up that will be caught by Ahmed, and it's stretch time, 4-1.
Students across Colorado,
across New Jersey, across Illinois are raising standards and achieving great things.
They're listening to teachers. They're practicing hard
and testing their skills. That's a game plan for success. Go to gameplanforsuccess.org.
See schools that are knocking it out of the park.
Vote for your favorite, and we might visit them with a check for $5,000.
Learn more and vote for your favorite school at gameplanforsuccess.org.
Taking the hassle out of yard work just got even easier. During the Echo National Sales Event, get a pro-grade Echo trimmer or handheld blower for only $149.99 each, backed by a 5-year warranty. But hurry, these deals will be gone before you know it. So take back your yard with Echo.
Put more fun in your day with ice cream flavored coffees at Dunkin' Donuts. Go for delicious flavors like butter pecan, cookie dough, or new pistachio. Enjoy one today. America runs on Dunkin'.
Every insurance policy has a number, but not every insurance company understands the life
behind it. For those who've served and the families who've supported them, we offer our best service in return. USAA, we know what it means to serve. Get an insurance quote and see why 92% of our members plan to stay for life.
Welcome back. Cubs lead 4-1. Most your most valued clients and guests in Wrigley Field's largest luxury suite, the Fannie Mae Bleacher Suite. This climate-controlled, all-inclusive area provides guests with a unique view of the ballpark. Takes place right out there in center field in the batter's eye. It's perfect for socializing and networking with Wrigley Field serving as the backdrop. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com/premier.
Thanks for riding along with us tonight. Cubs baseball on CSN. Kyle Hendricks outlasting Zach Greinke and leading 4-1 here in the 7th.
Last year, Kyle's first full year in the big leagues. Finished 8-7, 15-9 now in a Cub uniform. ERA right around 3.5.
It was a fastball at 85. 86 that time. Gorgeous night in the Valley. Man, I can't wait to get home.
Gonna be able to find your way home? Remember where it is?
Yes, I think so. I will smell the roses and take a right. Wrigley Field will be jumping Monday night. Can't wait to see the new clubhouse.
Yeah, I've seen some pictures. I've heard it's spectacular.
Zobrist just can't knock it down. And the Diamondbacks have their third hit. All singles and all to lead off an inning.
Catcher, Wellington.
Bring up Wellington Castillo.
Just couldn't quite corral it. I'll look for another ground ball here, see if they can get two. Double barrel action in the Cubs bullpen right now.
Line foul out of play. I saw some pictures of the facade, the restoration of Wrigley Field, terracotta. They're going back to that look the ballpark had in the 1930s. Warren and Richard up for the second time. Runner goes, swing and a miss. The throw on a couple of bounces. And Peralta is in with a stolen base. They're committed to running. Second steal, even though they've been down throughout the night.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is just trying to stay on double plays. If Castillo hits a ball on the ground, there's a pretty good chance it's going to turn into a double play.
Wellington almost interfered with Montero. Called strike three on a fastball.
Every fastball he's thrown tonight's either had a little sinker, a little cut on it. This one right at the knees at 86 miles an hour. He's sitting right there. I mean, we've seen an 88 out of Kyle here tonight, but the placement has been outstanding. The movement as well. Frustrated Chip Hale.
Tomas is grounded out and struck out. Strike one. Boston beat the Blue Jays 8-4. Toronto has lost 4 in a row after winning 2 straight to start the year. Jose Bautista hit his first 2 homers of the year. Down by Montero. I'm assuming there was not the emphatic bat flip that
probably not
he showed us in the division series. Two bounces to Zobrist. 2 outs in the inning. Peralta now at third. I want to give a shout out to the Tennessee Smokies. A 1-0 win tonight, and Nick Gillespie and company are watching us from Smokies Mountain Brewery Bullpen at the ballpark. Jamer Candelario had the game-winning RBI in the 6th inning for the Smokies.
Good-looking young player.
Yeah, he was fun to watch this spring.
Ramos Ramirez-like in build.
Strike on Drury.
The ball really jumps off his bat too. And it's nearing 100 pitches, showing no signs of fatigue.
Pulled left field fair, and it's now 4-2. And the tying run will come to the plate after the RBI double from Drury. And let's see if that's it for Hendricks. Phil Gosselin, a pinch hitter, coming up.
And Joe will consult his cards there. He's got breakdowns on every pitcher against every hitter on the other club, and the likelihood of the outcome. Obviously, that's not the only thing he uses to make up his mind about pitching changes, but that's part of the formula.
So that will be it for Kyle, and we'll see a Cub debut. Adam Warren came over in the Starlin Castro deal when we return to Phoenix.
Ford is America's best-selling brand, and you can see why. Ford Fusion has the turbocharged power and efficiency of the EcoBoost engine and handles almost any condition with intelligent all-wheel drive. Plus, Focus offers next-generation voice-activated Sync 3 technology. Now get a Focus with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash.
Why chase trends when you can make a statement? The unmistakable Audi Q5. Experience the distinct Audi Q5 at your local dealer today.
Kyle Hendricks, very good tonight. Wasn't in danger much up until the 7th inning. He had allowed that run in the 4th. Only 2 hits in the first 6 innings. So he'll give way to Adam Warren, who will make his Cubs debut. The New York columnist called him the Ben Zobrist of the Yankees pitching staff. Very versatile.
Yeah, he appeared in 43 ball games for the Yankees last year. 17 of those were starts. Picked up a save along the way to go along with that 7-7 record. You see, he was tough to hit. League batted .236 against him. And he's got a 4-pitch mix: fastball, slider, curve, and change.
Facing pinch hitter Phil Gosselin. And a late swing, look out. That ball rocketed over the Cubs dugout. Warren was on vacation with his wife when he found out he had been traded. They were on St. Lucia. I guess he does not turn his phone on while on vacation, but I guess they were at a hotel bar and saw the crawl at the bottom of the screen. Yankees Cubs trade. He's like, I wonder who's in this deal.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in this deal. One and one the count. First trade of his career. It's always the big one. Could be a little shocking at first. The pitch inside. 93 might feel like 98 to some of these Diamondback hitters. Gosselin with his first plate appearance, but everybody else had gotten used to 86, 87 from Kyle Hendricks.
Now, Warren doesn't quite have the giddy up on his fastball, let's say Justin Grimm or Pedro Strop, but he throws hard enough.
Lifted in the air to right, and it's Jason Hayward underneath. And that will end the inning. The Diamondbacks get one. That's it. Young Cub fans hoping their team can hang on late.
When a moment turns romantic, why pause to take a pill? Or stop to find a bathroom? Cialis for daily use is approved to treat both erectile dysfunction and the urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain or Adempas for pulmonary hypertension, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis and a $200 savings card.
It's 400 feet to the center field wall at Wrigley Field. It's about 400 feet from the front to the back at Binny's Beverage Depot in Lincoln Park. We have 3,000 beers, 4,000 spirits, 7,000 wines, and one of the coolest bars in Chicago. Holy cow.
Menards Crazy Days sale has amazing deals going on right now. Save $14 a gallon on Dutch Boy DuraClean interior paint. Only $9.98 after sale price and rebate. This 1900 PSI pressure washer is $99. Get half off this 4-pack of dimmable LED flood bulbs, $9.99. This 20-piece food storage set is just $11.99. Stop in during Menards Crazy Days sale, where the prices are so low they're crazy. Hurry in, sale ends Sunday.
Follow Cubs baseball live with MLB.com at bat. Stay up to the moment at any moment with Game Day live game video highlights, StatCast, news, and more. Download MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball on your phone and tablet.
Interesting. Ruby De La Rosa is going to pitch in relief. You see, he could not get out of the 4th inning as a starter 2 nights ago. Facing Jorge Soler.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Clippard, Hudson, and Ziegler all worked an inning yesterday. I know they, for early in the year, they've played some high-scoring games, and they've had to use their bullpen a fair bit. I don't know if this is an indication that De La Rosa will be moving to the bullpen, or if it's just, hey, it's your throw day, and we need you to stay available. Maybe give us an inning, maybe just a couple of outs. We'll see how Chip Hale plays it.
Swing and a miss to make it 2-1. Bounce to the shortstop, Ahmed, and he'll throw out Soler for the first out.
Shortstop, Addison Russell.
Here's Russell. We see Adam Warren. We saw Pedro Strop get a plate appearance the other night, and tonight it may be Warren.
Well, the late great Joe Garagiola, if he was watching this, would say De La Rosa's pitching like he's double parked.
And that was a problem the other day when he got base runners, man. He really slowed it down to the point where the home fans were booing.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if that's what this is all about. If they told him, look, just go out there, attack hitters, stop thinking. Watching him pitch the other day, just stuff-wise and the way he went about it, this guy might be more suited for an inning at a time. Just come in and blow gas.
Strikes out Russell. Warren is 0 for 3 as a major league hitter.
Pitcher Adam Warren.
Those at bats came last year. But his line drive percentage 1,000. Or I'm sorry, 50%. With 1 line drive, 2 balls in play. So that's good.
He can rake. He's a line drive hitter.
That's right.
We have evidence to support it.
He is not getting cheated.
Way back in the day, in the 60s, maybe even into the 70s, it was not that uncommon for pitchers to work a little bit out of the bullpen between starts. It's fairly common for a lot of guys to throw live batting practice between starts. Now everybody, all the side work gets done down in the bullpen without a hitter.
Again, called strike 3. 97 from De La Rosa. 4-2 Cubs late.
Verizon is the #1 network in America. I know what you're thinking. They all claim stuff like that. Yeah, but some of them are stretching the truth a little bit. One claimed to be 4 times better. We said, 4 times better than who? They said, 4 times better than we used to be. Well, if you're 4 times better than you used to be, and you're still not the best, your tagline should be, not as rubbish as we were.
Only Verizon is the nation's most awarded wireless network ever. Now get 20 gigs on 4 lines for $80 when you switch to the best network.
With NHL Center Ice, you'll never miss out. Catch every and have a front row seat for every moment. With up to 40 out-of-market games a week to choose from, the best of the NHL is right at your fingertips. So you'll be right there when
I can't believe what I'm seeing
happens. NHL Center Ice. The game lives where you do. For the lowest price of the season, call 1-800-GET-SPORTS.
And here we go, folks.
It's your favorite hot dog bun, mustard, and overpriced watered-down beer.
Are you sure you want to eat all that? Because you already weigh more than your team's batting average.
Let's just toast to our anniversary. Oh, no, it's corked.
Let's just watch the game. I tweeted all of your friends to come over, but I guess no one showed up, just like at Mobile Phone Park.
That's okay. I invited one of your friends, too.
There's a long drive, and it's out of here.
Give a real anniversary gift this year. Escape to the Champagne Lodge in Willowbrook, just 25 minutes southwest of Chicago.
Sports Talk Live, presented by the all-new Chevy Silverado. Weeknights at 5:30.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan in our Comcast Sportsnet studios with a Sportsnet Central update. Corey Crawford allowed 5 goals in his first game action in nearly a month. Blackhawks lose to Columbus 5-4 in OT. Patrick Kane, Artemi Panarin each light the lamp twice in the season finale. With their season on line, Bulls are battling LeBron and the Cavs. We'll have highlights tonight on Sportsnet Central at the Cubs. Postgame live with me and Holly. Now we go back to warm Arizona. Here's Len and Jim.
Cap, thank you. Adam Warren got the final out of the 7th. And back out for the bottom of the 8th. Missing Nick Ahmed. And back to the top of the order. Matt Caesar's also playing left. So Soler is out.
Mentioned when Warren first came into the ball game about the 4-pitch mix, and as a starter, you know, he mixes in all of his pitches a fair bit. I would imagine when working out of the pen, not so much. Tough to command all those pitches when you're pitching an inning or 2 at a time.
Yep. It's from New Bern, North Carolina, to college at Chapel Hill, University of North Carolina. 4th round pick of the Yanks, 2009. In the air to deep right. Hayward's got a beat on it, and he makes the grab.
Are you in charge of planning your next social gathering? Plan a day or evening at Wrigley Field and enjoy special perks only available inside the ballpark. Cubs offer special ticket packages for groups of 15 or more. Visit Cubs.com/groups.
Clayton Richard. Toward third. Fair ball. Out at first. So 5-3 ground out. Segura after that great start, but tonight empty-handed at 4 tries. And now it's Chris Owings. Pretty key batter here, you'd have to say. 2 outs in the 8th, and Paul Goldschmidt representing the tying run on deck.
And I think it's going to be interesting to see this Diamondback lineup as the season goes along. Segura's off to a great start, but I think they're going to have to find a way to get more on-base presence up there in front of Goldschmidt.
Yeah, that's where the Pollock injury really hurts them. Pollock got on base last year at a 367 clip. It's not easy to replace.
Yeah, and I saw some comments when Pollock first got hurt. You know, it was thought that it would be season ending, and he said, no, I'm not promising anybody anything. I'm going to try to get back before the season's over. His doctor has said recently that he won't even begin to resume baseball activities for 3 months at the earliest.
On its way, and it's popped up. Hayward will call off Zobrist. Nice work, Adam Warren, in his Cub debut. Still 4-2 Cubs.
Which side is our best side? This one? That one? You know what? Actually, our best side is this one. Our heart. Because only an airline with a heart would give you great deals like this. Now you can fly for as low as $69 one way. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. Low fares, nothing to hide. That's transparency.
Hello, beautiful. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hi, Anthony. How much did my discount double check save me?
About $150.
Done.
I don't have State Farm, but insurance, find me money.
I got you $1. Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. There to help you with unexpected savings. That's getting to a better state.
Who's the genius who puts a girl in heels on a subway grate?
Miss Monroe, eat a Snickers.
Why?
You get a little cranky when you're hungry.
Better?
Much better.
This thing will never make the cut.
Clean up at Cricket Wireless. Switch and get select 4G LTE smartphones for as low as $19.99. Plus, no annual contracts. New phone smell. Cricket Wireless. Something to smile about.
Welcome back here in Arizona. The Cubs lead the Diamondbacks 4-2. Our CSN crew headed by the terrific Mark Brady, the great Skip Ellison, and the superb Vince Lodel. Here's Brad Ziegler.
They are top notch. Ziegler is the closer for the Diamondbacks. Picked up 30 saves last year and 32 tries. Does it with that unorthodox submarine delivery. Everything's down around the knees. Almost everything. That's his intent anyway. Just like that.
Strike on Fowler.
Aaron Cooper, the home plate umpire, has been pretty generous. Not that it's been egregious. He's not giving guys ankle-high pitches, but he's been calling that low pitch most of the night. That'll really play to the strengths of Ziegler. Tough to lift that ball. Actually might be inclined to drag a bunt against a guy like Brad Ziegler.
Ziegler made his debut 2008 with Oakland. .538th career appearance. He has never made a big league start. Sharply hit up the middle and a base hit.
Nothing wrong with playing a little add-on in the ninth.
2 times he's been on in 5 trips with Dexter Fowler tonight.
Up maybe just a little bit above the knees, but where Fowler could get to it. Well, again, because of the ground ball tendencies of Ziegler, I think this is either a run or a run and hit and run type situation. He doesn't get a lot of swings and misses. Actually, doesn't look like he's thinking about going anywhere just yet.
Hayward crunches this one, but well foul.
Now remember, Dexter, if there's a ground ball, make a bona fide slide into second base.
He will not have to slide. He can walk to second after Hayward just got hit. You don't love getting hit because it hurts if you're a batter, but if you're going to get hit, a Brad Ziegler changeup's probably your top choice, right?
Yeah, either that or the R.A. Dickey knuckleball.
So 2 on, nobody out.
All kinds of options now. Most likely just let him swing.
Steve Reich won. On Zobrist, big night already. Single, walk, RBI double, a bunt single, 3 for 3, and a run scored. Segura, Ahmed, Goldschmidt. That's a 4-6-3 double play, and just like that, 2 down with a runner at third here in the ninth.
Yeah, that's what makes Ziegler so effective. Again, he doesn't strike out a lot of people. He's not the typical closer. He's not throwing 97 miles an hour, but he doesn't give up a lot of slugging. He does give up some hits, but a lot of times they're singles. Keeps the double play in order. And if you're not starting base runners, you find yourself vulnerable to the double play ball.
Mike Butcher will jog to the mound. You'll see pitching coaches go a little more briskly these days with the 30-second shot clock, so to speak.
Yeah, when looking for a pitching coach, organizations normally don't emphasize speed, but maybe now that'll be part of the deal. Sorry, you're not fast enough. You can't be our pitching coach. We'll put a clock on him. When you interview Boz for radio tomorrow, ask him what his 40 time is.
All right, I will. They're going to intentionally walk Rizzo and face Chris Bryant.
Interesting how he throws his intentional walk over the top like a conventional pitcher. It's almost like he has an alter ego, and he doesn't want his closer self to get charged with a walk. It's gonna pin it on this guy.
There's some days I wish I knew how your brain worked. Other days I shake my head.
And and that's there are some guys that that submariner type pitchers that even when fielding a comeback or throwing to first base, they stay down there because they were so comfortable. He obviously is capable of more than just that.
Here's Bryant.
He's not gone deep yet, but boy, he's come close 3 or 4 times in this series. Two doubles and a deep fly out among his 4 ABs tonight.
Well, sometimes you see, John Lackey. They'll drop down to throw a pitch. Why can't Ziegler, once out of every 20, throw over the top?
That would create some funk. That would be an issue for the hitters.
Ooh, just not so sure. Neither was pitch tracks. 2-1.
Can you get that low ball in the air? That's the question. Yeah, that one's probably a little bit down.
Montero to pitch tracks, had it low. Sets up a 2-1, and now it's even 2-2. So Rizzo will be reminded on Brandon Hyde to move with this pitch. Here it is. Ball 4. So he did not get the low call that time.
No, and how about Chris Bryant's patience? Having had a pitch down there, called the strike earlier in the sequence, it would have been awfully tempting to take a hack at that one. But he does not, he doesn't want to change or alter his strike zone based on what the umpire called earlier in the sequence. You get into trouble doing that. You start chasing a lot of bad balls. There's a real good idea of what's a strike and what isn't.
They are loaded for Montero, and Ziegler wants to talk with Castillo. Single hit batter, intentional walk, unintentional walk. And the only reason Ziegler has not allowed a run in this inning is A 4-6-3 double play. To the plate, and a roller to second. Segura. And the Cubs leave the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Here comes Hector Rondon leading by 2.
Hi, how can I help you?
Hi, we're on the adventure of a lifetime, and we need something that can keep up.
Well, the RAV4 is tech-savvy, has an NHTSA 5-star overall safety rating, and plenty of cargo space for your gear so you'll be ready for anything. Now, what kind of adventure are we talking about?
You're looking at him. Aw, double trouble.
Right now, get 0% APR for 60 months on the all-new 2016 RAV4. Hurry in today. Toyota. Let's go places.
Get springtime savings at Abt on products for your entire home. Like this Samsung Active Wash 4.8 cubic foot washer for $6.99. Or this Sony 50-inch 3D Smart HD TV for $6.49. And be creative on this Asus 15.6-inch laptop computer with LED backlit display, just $3.49. We offer expert installation, an incredible product selection, and free delivery. Abt, pleasing people since 1936.
Honda believes in helping you use your garage to its fullest potential. That's why we're offering great deals on the things you'll want in your garage, like the Honda CR-V. The best-selling SUV in America comes with a standard multi-angle rear-view camera and plenty of cargo space. Great for transporting lots of stuff, say to storage or the dump. Hurry to the Honda Dream Garage sales event. You've got a garage to fill. The most durable, longest-lasting brand in its class has great deals. Now at your Honda dealer.
Time for the toast of the game. It's presented by Vinny's Beverage Depot. Kyle Hendricks on paper a number 5 going against a number 1 in Zach Greinke, but he was a better starter tonight.
He was very efficient. He got spotted 3 runs in the top half of the first inning, went out there, executed his game plan. Good sinkers and changeups, kept the ball down.
Vinny's Beverage Depot is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. And note, the Lackey start, Cubs scored 14. So, well, he will be the first to tell you he needs to be better next time. Cubs did win that game. Back to Jake Arrieta tomorrow.
Yeah, so first time through the rotation, 4 out of 5. Really solid starts.
First save chance for Hector Rondon. We saw him 2 nights ago in a non-save spot. Strikeout 2 in a scoreless ninth. And a strike called on Paul Goldschmidt. 4-2 Cubs.
30 out of 34 with a 167 last year.
So the good news as it pertains to Goldschmidt is that he's not representing the tying run. The bad news, which has been mitigated by this start here, is that he will take a walk. But he's down 1-2.
Yeah, Rondon got a little wiggle room from Cooper on that last heater.
And he strikes out Goldschmidt to start it. Oh, what was that pitch? 89
yeah,
miles
looks like
an
a
hour?
splitter.
Yeah.
Right fielder,
Well, you're right. 89. That's a nice new wrinkle.
Yeah, he breaks that out every now and then.
Peralta for out number 2.
Looking for a little no drama ninth here from Hector. 30 save season with an ERA of 1.67. 30 saves with an ERA that low or lower has only been done twice in club history.
Looking for career save number 60. And he'll face a guy who caught a bunch of those saves. Wellington Castillo. Cub fans, many of whom are occupying huge swaths of several sections beyond the Cubs dugout.
It's like a game of Risk. The armies have captured sections of the ballpark here.
Two and two. Call strike three. Cubs win. Cubs win. It will be a winning road trip. They're 4-1 to start it, and a chance to go 5-1 with Jake Arrieta on the mound tomorrow.
10 more hits tonight. An ambush of Zach Greinke in the first inning. They throw up a 3-spot. Kyle Hendricks really good tonight. Adam Warren bridging the gap to Rondon. 4 up, 4 down for him. And Jake Arrieta going to the hill tomorrow. That's a whole lot of good news for the guys in blue.
We are back on CSN Plus, game 2 of a 3-game set on Wednesday night as the Cubs will host the Cincinnati Reds from Wrigley Field. Coverage starts at 6:30 Central Time. For JD and our entire crew here in Phoenix, Len Casper with your final score. Cubs 4, Diamondbacks 2. Stay tuned. Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs Postgame Live is next.
Cubbies get it done again. Improved to 4-1 on the season. Real good starting pitching. Good work out of the bullpen. Cap and Holly with you on Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs Postgame Live. Kyle Hendricks does his job. Adam Warren and Rondon do their jobs. Bullpen looked good.
Yeah, clean and simple. It's what you wanted to see from Kyle Hendricks tonight. Outstanding effort, kept the ball down. 10 ground ball outs, 5 strikeouts. Really no points of concern in this ball game. Offensively, came out, jumped on Zach Greinke. It's exactly what you wanted to see, playing off his last start, which wasn't a good one. Able to put that lead out there and let Kyle settle in.
All right, we will go through all of the key plays tonight. We'll look at the pitching matchup. Cubs improved to 4-1. They'll be home on Monday for the home opener, but first, Jake Arrieta tomorrow. See if they can come home 5-1. Be right back on Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs Postgame Live.
Country Financial wants to know, what do you look for in a financial partner?
Somebody that has the same values as I do.
An honest person, a person of integrity.
Who could kind of lay out a step-by-step, baby-step plan.
Everyone can use a little financial guidance, and at Country Financial, we'll work with you to understand your needs and goals to help you own your future.
You can't plan a future with someone you can't trust.
Visit ownyourfuture.com to find a local Country Financial representative today.
T-Mobile hit it out of the park in 2015. We doubled our LTE coverage, and now we cover over 305 million Americans. Our new extended range LTE goes 2 times farther and works 4 times better in buildings than before. Just in time for baseball season, T-Mobile customers can catch every moment all season long with a free MLB TV premium subscription. Hurry and sign up by April 10th at T-Mobile.com/MLB.
To thrive in an ever-changing environment, companies must adapt. But one thing should remain constant: a financial relationship with someone that understands and cares about your business. PNC Corporate and Institutional Banking offers strategies tailored to your company's needs. Know that our dedicated teams of local experts offer insight to help you achieve your business objectives. See how working with PNC can help your company grow at pnc.com/ideas.
Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. Transparency, low fares, nothing to hide. Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealers, as reliable as the cars themselves. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. Audi, truth in engineering. Menards, save big money at Menards. And by Toyota. Discover more in a Toyota. Visit buyatoyota.com or your local Toyota dealer today. Let's go places. This is Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois.
Call strike three. Cubs win. Cubs win. It will be a winning road trip. They're 4-1 to start it.
Cubs get it done tonight, 4-10-1, a whole lot better than 2-4-1. Cubs improved to 4-1, take 2 of the first 3 in Zona, and the Diamondbacks fall to 2-4, and the Cubs beat Arizona ace, the $206 million man, Zack Greinke, with Kyle Hendricks picking up his first win of the season. Hello, welcome in. Cub Postgame Live, presented by our great partners at Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. He's Todd Hollandsworth. I'm David Kaplan. The last pitch of the ball game, Cubs have it in hand, but what is Wellington Castillo looking for there?
I don't have an answer for you right there.
That's a fastball right down the chute.
Well, even if you know what Rondon's typically bringing to the table right there, that's a classic example of guessing. But to this ball game, great to see the hitters get things going early against Zack Greinke. We talked an awful lot about that in the pregame show. And again, a good finish, seeing Rondon coming out. Conviction. That's what you wanted to see. That's a great save right there.
All right, let's get to the highlights. Cubs did not waste any time jumping on the man, Zack Greinke. He's one of the best in the game. First inning, Ben Zobrist with the hit and run on, drives it through the right side of the infield. Jason Hayward into third base easily. The next batter is Anthony Rizzo. And on a 2-strike at bat, you always talk about big hits at big spots, a 1-2 count. Boom!
Yes, sir.
Just go down and get her, knock it into center field. Hayward scores easy. It's 1-0 Cubs. And then Chris Bryant, the next hitter, and Bryant delivers a base hit. That will play Zobrist. It's 2-0 Cubs. And Bryant busted it out of the box the whole way, and he's standing on second.
Absolutely love it.
And then Miguel Montero, now he thinks he got it. He does. He thinks he got it.
I thought he got it too.
And he didn't quite get it. But that will play Anthony Rizzo, and the Cubs have a 3-0 lead in the top of the first off of Greinke, just like you talked about in the Keys. In the 7th, Kyle Hendricks got into a little trouble. David Peralta on base with a leadoff single. They're going to call that a hit, but that's a ball that Zobrist has got to get. Hendricks gets the next 2 batters. Peralta advances over to third. With 2 out, Brandon Drury doubles down the left field line. That scores the run, and Hendricks' night is over. Adam Warren then comes in. He gets pinch hitter Phil Gosselin to fly out to right to end the threat. Inning over, and the Cubs maintain their lead. All right, now let's look at the pitching matchup. Let's start with Kyle Hendricks. He was really, really good. He doesn't overpower you at 96 up in the zone, but he really had good tilt tonight.
Well, it was fantastic to see his game plan play out. Let me add to this the fact that he was staked to an early lead certainly takes a lot of pressure off. One of my keys to tonight's ballgame was his changeup. Now, opening night for the starters is a little different than it is for the regulars. Everybody gets a little amped up the first time you put your uniform on, and it matters. For the hitters, listen, that's opening day. Everybody starts to participate and get involved. You want to get that first out of the way. For the starters, in some cases, you have to wait till the 5th game of the season to actually get on the field. And for Kyle tonight, that's the first time he's out there. So the adrenaline's a little higher. You're amped up a little bit, but when you got a 3-0 lead after one, you're pretty excited about your chances. He got dialed in early. I talked about those 10 ground ball outs, kept the ball down in the zone, pitched efficiently and effectively, had a good slow curveball tonight, as well as that changeup, and kept these hitters off balance. What hard contact there was against him was typically the other way, which is what you want to see against Kyle as well. So really working off the outside corner. Outstanding performance.
He is not a guy, as I said, that's going to beat you up in the zone, but the only time he gets into trouble is when the slower stuff is up a bit. When he's got really good heavy tilt, well, he's tough.
Well, what ends up happening, Cap, when his changeup is good and it forces the opposition to respect the changeup, it actually makes his fastball that much more effective. If that changeup isn't working down in the zone and hitters can eliminate it, they can sit on 87 and 88. Even with tilt, they can put together better at bats. But if they respect that changeup, knowing that it could come out of his hand at any time and he's using it effectively like he did tonight, then you have to respect that fastball a little bit more, which means as a hitter, you have to wait a little bit longer.
All right, pitching recap board tonight. And you look at Hendricks out pitching Zach Greinke, 6 2/3 to 6 innings, pretty close. Hits 7-4, earned runs 4-2, 5 strikeouts to a walk, 8 strikeouts to 3 walks, and the pitch count basically dead even. Hendricks just a little bit sharper.
Oh, Hendricks came out throwing darts. It's exactly what you're hoping for and wanting to see from him. For Zach Greinke, let me say this. I think he's going to get it figured out, people. He had a couple stretches in the middle of this ballgame where he really did start to get dialed in. That's why I was thrilled to see the Cubs jump on him early. Great piece of hitting. Playing to contact was our approach early in this ballgame. Guys putting bat on ball. This wasn't balls banging off walls. This was hard contact on the ground. Greinke, again, was trying to get the ball down. You think back to his last start, gave up 3 home runs, a lot of hard contact in the air. So, again, this was about approach. This was about putting balls in play and scoring some early runs.
All right, it took Zach Greinke 10 starts last year to allow 11 earned runs. He's done it in his first 2 starts this year. So far, he's an ERA just under 10, a whip of 2. In fact, Greinke allowed just 41 earned runs all of last season. He's well ahead of that pace this year.
Yeah, he's off. I mean, he's been off his game. Again, the Cubs jumped him tonight, able to score some runs against him. You go back to that first start against the Colorado Rockies, he was up repeatedly and made mistakes with 2 strikes. So you put the 2 together, he feels like he's got work to do. But like I said, you know, seeing Zach Greinke kind of get dialed in a little bit, he probably feels better about this start. Cubs didn't just torch him. I mean, he got through 6 innings, and they did jump on him early, but he had a couple stretches there where he looked like the Zach Greinke of old.
All right, let's talk about the bullpen. After a rough outing last night, they bounced back tonight. Adam Warren came in, strikes out a hitter, does the job getting the fly ball when he had to with somebody on base. He made pitches that he had to make.
Well, listen, this is a kid who's kind of, you know, finding his way, new team. You say spring training gets you through it, but listen, you want to do it at the front end of a season as well. We've heard an awful lot about him. The Yankees loved him. Came into a big spot, got a second out in the 8th inning, or excuse me, the 3rd out in the 8th inning. The 7th inning, and then pitched a great 8th inning is what I'm trying to get out. But he was very, very effective. Those 4 outs were big outs. You saw the kind of contact against him. He leads with that fastball, has a good secondary pitch, but you're going to be seeing a lot of Adam Warren in some big spots down throughout this season.
Yep, and then you see Rondon coming in the 9th, and he had a rough spring, but here he does the job. He gets a strikeout, and then he's going to get the ground out, and he's going to finish it right here with 96 running toward the inner portion of the plate. Ball game over.
The reaction from Rondon right there says it all for me. The conviction, the reaction right there. That was a big win for the Cubs when you really put it all together. Listen, they're going up against Greinke. They wanted to beat him today. You got a chance to do it. You want to get that save. You got your big guy going tomorrow. You got a chance to take 3 or 4 in a 4-game series.
And you had lost last night in a game you felt like you should have won.
Well, and there's also a little clubhouse Schwarber thing going on. There's no doubt about it. Yesterday, I mean, obviously the bad news comes out that Kyle's going to miss the rest of the season. You know, you're playing for a player. There's part of that goes into last night's ball game. They don't get the win. The guys today, I can promise you, were rallying around him a little bit as he was back in the clubhouse and want to go out there and get a win for him as well.
All right, time now for our UPS Store Taking Care of Business Player of the Game. We give it to Ben Zobrist, who reached base 4 times in 5 ABs tonight.
Come on, baby, fist bump.
Singled twice, had a double, walked once. He also drove in a run and scored once and improved his average to 400 on the season.
It's great to see Ben. He's kind of doing it all right now. He's that blender in the 3 spot. You know, you don't really typically kind of have that there, but if you think to his game tonight, you see the double right there, the hit and run base hit to right, the bunt base hit as well. Boy, he even told him he was going to do it twice. He butted on the second pitch after showing it the first time. That's the second time he does it. So Ben doing it all early. He is a great guy to have in the middle of the lineup because he's a switch hitter, puts quality at bats together, both left-handed and right-handed. So, again, for somebody, we've talked about how we've got some hot bats and some cold bats kind of going right now in this lineup. He has been keeping it going, keeping those innings going with great quality at bats throughout the ballgame, and also had that walk tonight.
All right, time for a break here on Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. Coming up, Kyle Schwarber talked to reporters before tonight's game. We'll get his thoughts on his season-ending injury when we return.
Cubs Postgame Live is presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all.
Make sure he's in bed by 8.
Sometimes I get scared.
Scared of what, Danny?
The things I can't see.
Got a weird feeling.
Almost forgot. In case anything happens.
Dad, I got this.
For small business owners, it's not just about being good at what you do. Everything your customer sees tells a story. Carly caters fabulous food, and it's all about presentation. It's all about the look. That's the role that I can play, helping her build her brand. She's young, ambitious. She's, me, 15 years younger.
From printing to packing, shipping to marketing, together, there's nothing we can't solve. Go to a UPS store today to see how.
This isn't a car. It's a Mini. There's a difference. Our wheels are pushed out to the corners. Our iconic design is beyond compare. And our heart is right where it belongs. Donating to Feeding America with each test drive. And giving you $1,000 additional cash off any new Mini. It's the Mini April Invitational, running from the 15th through the 24th.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you.
Call Adolescent Growth today and see how our proven treatment programs for eating disorders can begin to bring the sunshine back in the life of your teen and your family.
Please don't take my sunshine away.
Now playing on DirecTV Cinema.
My dear Miss Everdeen, the game is coming to its end.
You killing Katniss. Our lives, they mean something.
You got one shot.
Let's make it count.
Movies start at Channel 125.
Time now for our Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. Who's hot and who's not among the Cubs' next opponent? That would be the Cincinnati Reds. How about Eugenio Suarez hitting .368, rolling? Who's not? Billy Hamilton. Brutal start. 182, a stolen base, and 5 Ks in 5 games. All right, welcome back. Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. News came down yesterday, unfortunately, that Kyle Schwarber is done for the season with a torn ACL and a torn LCL in his knee after a collision with Dexter Fowler in Thursday night's game. Before the game today, Schwarbs talked for the first time since receiving that devastating news that his season was over.
That was just a perfect place ball. You look back on it, you can't do anything different. It's just a freak accident. My ankle just happened to get caught up under him, and I think that's what caused, when he hit me, for my knee to go. But, you can't, there's nothing that I would say or he would say that we could do differently there.
What was your reaction when you found out you were going to be out for the entire season?
Obviously was disappointed for about 30 minutes. Got to talk to some of the guys, and they definitely brought my spirits up. It's not the way that you plan your season going by playing 2 games and then now you're out for the season. But now I have to be there for them in a different way, not on the field, but whenever I can be. If that's cheering them on in the dugout, if I can never make it back to a game, or just being there talking to them whenever, them being there for me. So they reiterated that I'm still going to be a part of this team, which is means a lot to me, and so obviously a long process ahead, but that means a lot coming from the players and the staff.
When you got diagnosed, as disappointing as it was, how surprising was it? Because you seemed like you were kind of looking at it optimistically.
Once that night came, after the injury, I knew something significant probably happened because my knee was very, swollen, and it would have been swollen if it wasn't, but I had a pretty good feel for my own body, and I knew something was probably wrong, but didn't see 2 tears coming, but you gotta face it head on. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna back down from it. I want to be there for the team whenever I can, and I want to be pushing to get myself bigger, faster, stronger for next year.
All right, so Kyle Schwarber done for the year. You have to really respect his attitude. Hey, man, I was down for about 30 minutes, and then I got to be here for my team in a different way because I can't play.
Well, twice in my career, once as a Cub, I did done for the year. I mean, I heard it myself. So I know what he's feeling right now, and it's, you feel like in some regards you let your team down. Could you have done things different to avoid this? There's a million different things that run through your mind. The bottom line is this, that he's got to get his sights set on rehab, getting through the surgery and getting through the process, and trying to be an inspiration and be that shoulder to lean on, the guys to talk to in the clubhouse as best you can, because that's going to be his new role. He will be around the team, but again, the challenge for him is not being able to participate.
When you were injured, it was the broken leg.
Right,
twice.
Second time here in Chicago.
Yeah, once before and then again here in Chicago. So you're around the team. It's hard to show a leadership role when you're not able to play.
Well, right, your voice doesn't, just circumstantially, your voice doesn't nearly mean as much. I mean, when you're going to war with the guys, and that's really how it's referred to every day, because the grind, it's just what baseball does to you. Your voice obviously is a little bit bigger and it's a little bit louder in that clubhouse. But what you can be is that voice of reason, that person to talk to through the good and through the bad, the guy that wants to celebrate with the team the right way. And certainly, when you got a teammate or a player that you can connect with that might be going through something, or a piece of advice, or I saw you do this, or maybe, when you were really going good, you were doing this and you're not doing that anymore. There's always something that you can do to help your teammates out. And Kyle really clearly sounds like he's ready to embrace that. Unfortunately, it's not what you want to do, it's what you have to do.
All right. Here's how his teammates did without him. Time for the Honda winning box score, and it's a good one. There you see Dexter had another hit tonight. Jason Hayward had a knock. 3 for Ben Zobrist. 1 for 3 for Anthony Rizzo and a couple walks. Chris Bryant had a couple knocks and a walk and an RBI. Miggy Montero had a double and a sac fly RBI. Jorge Soler, 0 for 4. 0 for 4 for Addison Russell. He's got to get going after a big spring. Kyle Hendricks even got a hit.
Man, these are great signs for a team. I mean, many people around the country, over at MLB, I talk to people about the Cubs in a lot of ways all the time. And they talk about the thunder in this lineup. They always want to talk about the power that they have and the homers that they can hit. Tonight's ball game is a great recognition of what else they can do. You watched them play some small ball in the first inning. Anthony Rizzo, I dropped a Chase Utley on you. That little half swing, base hit back through the box. These are all good signs of a team that wants to cut down on its strikeouts. Now, they're still going to be there. Some of these guys have big swings and big time power. But when you're going up against the Zach Greinke, contact is invaluable. You have to have it, and you saw it early in this ball game. And a lot of the hard action was on the ground, and it was getting through holes. So they built this game. They didn't slug their way to victory. They had good at-bats, and they built it, and that's how they did it.
All right, time for another break here on Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs Post-Game Live. When we return, we will check in on the rest of the National League Central. We're back with more Post-Game Live after this.
Menards Crazy Days sale has amazing deals going on right now. Save $14 a gallon on Dutch Boy DuraClean interior paint. Only $9.98 after sale price and rebate. This 1900 PSI pressure washer is $99. Get half off this 4-pack of dimmable LED flood bulbs, $9.99. This 20-piece food storage set is just $11.99. Stop in during Menards Crazy Days sale, where the prices are so low they're crazy. Hurry in, sale ends Sunday.
Watch me now, 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 watch me
now. Get ready to play. Buy an LG G5 and get a second battery and charging cradle free.
Honda believes in helping you use your garage to its fullest potential. That's why we're offering great deals on the things you'll want in your garage, like the Honda CR-V. The best-selling SUV in America comes with a standard multi-angle rear-view camera and plenty of cargo space. Great for transporting lots of stuff, say to storage or a dump. Hurry to the Honda Dream Garage sales event. You've got a garage to fill. The most durable, longest-lasting brand in its class has great deals. Now at your Honda dealer.
Students across Colorado,
across New Jersey, across Illinois are raising standards and achieving great things.
They're listening to teachers. They're practicing hard
and testing their skills.
That's a game plan for success.
Go to gameplanforsuccess.org.
See schools that are knocking it out of the park.
Vote for your favorite, and we might visit them with a check for $5,000.
Learn more and vote for your favorite school at gameplanforsuccess.org.
You do know the experts at Midas will tell you when he's fixing now and what can wait, right? Like, I don't know, brakes?
Of course I do.
Trust the Midas Touch for brakes, tires, oil, everything.
Cubs fans, show your team pride with Cubs checking and an official Cubs MasterCard debit card. I've got one. Only available at your local Wintrust Community Bank. Go to wintrust.com/Cubs and learn more. Member FDIC. Redbirds, Bravos battling in Hotlanta. Pick it up in the second. Card's already up 2-zip. 2 outs, runner at first. Colton Wong lifts one to right. Seems to be a can of corn for Atlanta's Nick Markakis. He can't make the play. St. Louis adds one more on the Markakis error. To the fifth now, starting pitcher Carlos Martinez helping his own cause. He fakes a bunt, slaps an oppo field single to right. Second RBI and for ball game. Cards pick up their second win of the year. 12-2 the final. All right, let's check out our Sports Authority play of the game. Check out the effort by Addison Russell right here with a diving stab off the bat of Paul Goldschmidt. That play saves a hit and a run from scoring. That was big time.
Cap, this kid's going to win a Gold Glove, whether it's this year, it's going to be eventual. I mean, the first step quickness that he has off the bat, I mean, I find myself just amazed. Everybody in the ballpark, everybody here in Chicago watching that had to think base hit. He was moving to his right before we blinked and comes up with that actually quite simply. I mean, it amazes me. And the other thing that I would add to this, you know, he's been struggling a little bit with the bat here in the early going. We've talked about wanting
guys take it out to the field.
That is impressive for a young man. I'll tell you what, that is tough to do. I mean, it took me a good 3-4 years before you stop doing it. Of course, you can get away with a little bit more in the outfield, but to watch a player go out and continue to be Gold Glove caliber shortstop while struggling with that bat a little bit, that's
pretty
impressive
good
stuff.
All right, time for one more timeout here on Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs Postgame Live. Coming up, we'll preview tomorrow's starters. Cubs send their ace to the bump, looking for the series win. Back with more after the break.
When the sun goes down, I will lay in your arms tonight. Don't be
select the Buick, right?
Of course I did. I'd never forget that.
The Buick Remote Link app, now available in every Buick.
You closed all the apartment windows, too.
Come on. Really?
You're the best.
Now, pay no interest for 5 years, plus get $2,500 purchase bonus cash on the 2015 Encore.
What would we be without our mountains? Without the things that stand in our way, that make us better. At Coors, our mountain is brewing the world's most refreshing beer. Lagered, filtered, and packaged cold. Our mountains make us who we are. Your mountains make you who you are. Whatever your mountain, climb on.
What if there was a paint that made you look at paint differently? Question everything you know and what you don't know. What if it's built with better ingredients, given superpowers, and even a secret base to test those powers? Since Benjamin Moore reinvented paint, it makes you wonder, is it still paint? Find Benjamin Moore paint only at one of our authorized retailers near you.
Clean up at Cricket Wireless. Switch and get select 4G LTE smartphones for as low as $19.99. Plus, no annual contracts. New phone smell. Cricket Wireless. Something to smile about.
You're watching Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Now back to Cap and Holly.
Hey, thanks, Jason. That's a new
Appreciate
twist. All right, let's look back at Todd's keys from the pregame show sponsored by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois.
Yeah, it was a good Saturday night for me, no doubt about it. Early offense, certainly wanted to see the boys come out and jump on Zach Greinke. That they did. 3 in the first, really getting it done. Love the quality of the at-bats. At the same time, the aggressiveness in the front end of counts. They just did a fantastic job. I mean, you look at it, Hayward, Zobrist, Rizzo, Bryant, sacrifice fly by Montero, all just great at-bats right there. Built that early lead, took a lot of pressure off Kyle Hendricks as he goes out for his first start. Number 2, situational hitting. Now, this was a reference to yesterday, and I kind of was playing off of last year, where at times this became a little bit too much of an issue for me, and I think others, in that, do a great job of creating opportunity for ourselves, and you don't want to leave those guys out there. Again, there was a few opportunities late in this ballgame where I thought maybe we could have done a little bit more, but let's be honest with ourselves. What we saw at the beginning of this ballgame was good, and we were definitely better than we were last night. 2 for 8, leading into a sacrifice fly.